Hello and welcome back to the WitchFire Which is Better series, and today we have the shotguns. And uh, it's kind of a hard deal to do these ones because they're not really meant to deal with camps. They feel a lot better. Well, I say they're not meant to. The Echo is not meant to. It's meant for taking out the big enemies and taking out bosses. And we're going to go ahead and start with this, and this will be a little bit of a shorter video, so sorry about that, but that's just the way it goes with these two. With the Mysteria 1 on the Echo Shotgun, pellets have a delayed explosion that applies burn. Lethal shots push enemies back with great force. That one's pretty fantastic. The burn is a rend, and so if you shoot an enemy and they survive, your second shot on that enemy will deal way more damage. And the lethal knockback is really good for damaging hordes, because a lot of times you'll notice that the guy you shoot flies back and hits the other enemies behind him. At level 2, Lethal Pellets Explosion has more range and applies burn to nearby enemies, making that lethal push even better, because now it's kind of like a grenade launcher, where if you line it up, you can shoot one enemy back into others and they'll all pop. At rank 3, sliding reloads 2 shells and temporarily doubles the damage. That is a fun mastery to have, or Mysteria. I don't really use slide that much, but with this gun, I actually really enjoy sliding around. It makes, like it says there, you reload 2 shells on it in an instant, and so you don't really ever have to reload if you're sliding around. And then the double damage don't hurt nothing. It says temporarily doubles the damage, but I seem to notice that it only counts for that first shot. So keep that in mind. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe that's just what I've noticed, but that seems to be the case. Now, as far as clearing out camps, you absolutely can clear out a camp or two with this. The only issue that this gun has is its lack of ammo. It only comes with, I think it's 36 shells. Granted, you'll 1 to 2 shot most enemies, but, you know, if there's 10 enemies in a camp that'll take 2 shots, you're gonna be out of ammo before you get through a second camp. But other than that, this gun is insane. It's really good against the first boss on the Island of the Damned, and it's really good against the shield bearer. It's a little difficult to use it effectively on the galley slave, just because he has so much AoE. Like, it's really dangerous to get in his face. But if you can, you will take a huge chunk of that man's life before you run out of ammo. Now, to look into the Psychopomp, like every gun in the game has a place that it goes. Like, it's good at this, it's good at that, and I apologize for my auto rifle video, because a lot of people really enjoy those guns, and I kind of made them sound like they were shit. They are just not for me. If the Psychopomp is for you, let me know, because I can't be using this gun right. This gun fucking sucks. I can't find what it's good for. The only thing that I have good success with is dealing with minor enemies, but almost every other gun does it better, so I don't know why you would ever bring this. I don't understand. Maybe I'm just using it wrong. Let me know. Because this thing, God, it feels like I'm shooting a Nerf gun. At Mysteria 1, kills with a charged melee regenerate up to half a magazine. That's pretty nice, but it only works on enemies that are halfway dead or minor enemies. Because if you melee somebody and it doesn't kill them, it doesn't refill your magazine. At Mysteria 2, consecutive shots at the same target deal increased damage. That sounds awesome, but this gun starts off hitting like a wet noodle. So even with its, like, at max damage, it feels like it might hit 75% of what the Echo shoots regularly. Like, it just doesn't feel good. And then at Mysteria 3, kills recharge the melee attack. Well, this thing is god-awful against bosses, so I would not bring it against a boss. The only thing that I've had success with killing a boss at all with this was the Cornucopia heavy spell. Just because you can keep ramping up damage and you never have to reload. So you just ramp up damage and damage forever until you run out of ammo. And even then, it's kind of a close call if you kill him or not. So, I don't know. This thing, it doesn't hit very hard. It chews through ammo like you wouldn't believe. Its recoil pattern is pretty hard to control. It has a very wide spread, so you're not going to land all your pellets on one guy unless you're up his ass. And yeah, I can't think of a good reason to bring this over anything else. And in the video, you'll see that I switched to the cricket because this thing ran out of ammo, and I immediately started killing shit 10 times faster. So I really cannot think of a reason to ever bring this in. I don't know what it's for, or yeah, I'm gonna stop whining about it, but yes. It's no contest. The Echo Shotgun has more damage, applies an element that helps with everything. Burn is good for spells, it's good for if you wanted to switch to another gun for whatever reason. It applies a rend, so that puts it on top. It's a little bit more AoE because the pellets burst. And it does a hell of a lot more boss damage with better ammo economy because it doesn't chew through ammo. So, if you disagree with my listing, please leave a detailed description as to why, because I would probably not believe you unless you gave me a really good reason. Otherwise, let me know what you guys think. Next time around, we're going to be looking at the demonic weapons. Now, it's going to be kind of difficult. It may be a competition between these two, and then this one will be its own deal, because this thing isn't do any damage. It's not meant to. So, it'll probably just be between the Vulture and the Falling Star. With all that being said, have yourself a very fine day.